Everybody, today we're going to look at another 1 through 5 worksheet. In today's 1 through 5 worksheet, the objective is show the interior angles of a triangle add up to 180, or the key word is supplementary. So if we could walk out of here and remember what supplementary means. Supplementary means that the angles are added up to 180, so the three angles are going to be added up to 180. Now, what you should have, the supplies that you should have, is you should have an envelope that has a triangle in it. You should have the 1 through 5 worksheet, scissors, tape, and a ruler. So the first question on there is to find the three different triangles. Now you might remember these triangles. You could hit stop and go ahead and define the acute triangle, the obtuse triangle, and the right triangle. You could do that now, or you could watch me if you need a refresher. The first triangle I want to talk about is the right triangle. And a right triangle has at least one angle, well, only one angle can. An angle is going to be 90 degrees. So you have one angle that's 90 degrees, and the other two angles are going to be acute angles. That is a right triangle. So your first question on your worksheet is to define these three, and you would need a complete sentence, and if you want to include a diagram, you could. Number two, something that's bigger than a right angle. So I got the L if I want to open it up a little bit. As such, we know that's bigger than 90 degrees. Roughly, maybe that's about 150 degrees, is one of the angles has to be anywhere between 90 and 180. Not including 90, not including 180. 180 is a straight angle. We talked about that before. It has to be a number between 90 and 180. One of the angles are going to be, so you're going to have an obtuse angle and two acute angles. All right, so you got the right angle, you got the obtuse, and you got the third being acute. I mean, there's other ones that we're going to talk about. We're going to get into scalene, we're going to get into isosceles, but right now, all you have to be familiar with is the right, I should write this, obtuse, and now the acute. If you look at this one, all these are less than that letter L or 90 degrees. So roughly, these are probably all about 60. So an acute triangle has all angles between 0 and 90 degrees. So you're not including 0, obviously, and you're not including the 90 degrees. So that's your first question on your 1 through 5 worksheet, is to find them. And let me, again, tell you guys, I need a complete sentence. So this is just a kind of a rough overview for you guys, and you're going to have to define that in a complete sentence. Now, what you need to do is take your triangle out of your envelope and figure out what it is. So I'm going to pull mine out. Mine's a little bit bigger than yours. And by looking at this, this doesn't look like there is an L in any of this. It doesn't look like any of the angles are bigger than 90. So this particular one is considered to be an acute triangle. Now, what I suggest that you do is when you pull it out of the envelope, I would label your three angles. So this is my first angle, my second angle, and my third angle. So I have three angles here. And what I want to do is show, with the objective, that these have to add up to 180. Now, the thing that you have to remember, your third step on your worksheet, 1 through 5, number 3, again, number 1 is to find the triangles. Number 2 is what triangle do you have? So you might want to stop the tape, examine your triangle, figure out what it is. Is it right? Is it obtuse? Is it acute? Those are your options. Your third step of this 1 through 5 worksheet is drawing a straight angle. So take your ruler. This is a straight angle. A straight angle adds up to 180 degrees. So that is the third thing you got to do on your worksheet is draw a straight angle like that. The fourth thing I'm going to ask you to do is to cut all the angles out. Again, I ask you to to mark the angles. It may be A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3. So now I'm going to cut the corners of this. So I'm going to cut angle 1. I'm going to take angle 1. I'm going to tape angle 1. On there. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to replicate that step. Now I'm going to take my triangle. I'm going to cut angle 2 out. So if you have an obtuse or a right triangle, you're cutting the angles. You're going to line up angle 2. And then finally, you're going to take your triangle, you're going to cut the third angle. And basically what we have, if you look, all three of these angles make a straight line. So on my acute triangle, I demonstrated that all the angles are supplementary or add up to 180. Now, your fifth question is more of an articulation question. Does all triangles add up to 180? I think it's an easy answer. I'm going to leave that to you. Take care.